What's this?
Hey everyone, got another package today. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I'll just get to it and then we can discuss it and go over it and talk about it. Nicely packed, always good to see. Aha! So as you can see, it's a 32X game. It is Shadow Squadron. Shadow Squadron, this one is came out in 1995. It is a shooter game. And this one is factory sealed. This is brand new, no one's ever touched it. And this one cost me $38. And you can probably find it cheaper, but nonetheless, I wanted something that was brand new or like new, and this was available. So just by looking at it, the package does look pretty good. The box looks really nice, which they tend to not be because the 32X boxes were really, really flimsy back in the day. So like the other brand new games, I'm always tempted to not open them and keep them factory sealed. However, every single one of them I've opened because really I just want to play the game. I really just want to play the game. So I guess to not break tradition, let's open it up. It's almost like getting it for the first time back in 1995. It's kind of a cool feeling. So there we go. Box, like I said, looks great. It's brand new. The box art looks really nice and vibrant. Let's open it up here. And wow, that sticker. This thing is glowing. It's so good. So Shadow Squadron, the sticker looks nice. It is brand new. So it's got the inserts, of course. We've got, first and foremost, ooh, look at this, authentic Sega gear. So if you were really into Sega, you wanted to buy some gear, here you go. Would you wear that? Would you? Would you? And then if you're a Sega sports fan, well, they've got you covered on that too. It looks like a nice hockey jersey here, possibly. A lot of denim, not sure who their market is, but a lot of denim. Always a nice thing when you can get something like this in the box and it's brand spanking new. So that is great. The instruction manual, well, that's pretty good too, obviously. Again, I can't really comment on it other than it's brand new. Now this game isn't exactly a fantastic game. I don't think it got really good reviews, but nonetheless, we're gonna go play it. So why hesitate? Let's go pop this bad boy in. So this is Shadow Squadron. This is Sega 32X's, I guess you could call it maybe a Star Wars upgrade, if you will. But while you're watching this pretty little intro to show off the polygon graphics, let's tell you a little bit about this game. Now the story is very simple. There is no story. That is the story. If you have to knock this game for something, it's a lack of story. Also, it's called Shadow Squadron, yet you'll find out quickly you're literally the only one. So there is no squadron per se, it is just you. And you never see any people. There's never any, you don't see your hands in the cockpit, you don't see any other pilots. It's just you in this ship destroying other ships and giant behemoth ships. So in a sense, this is just your meat and potatoes type of shooter that really just lacks a story. If it had a story, this would be an incredible game. Also, one of the things you're going to notice too is that it just doesn't have a very good soundtrack. I mean, let's be honest, it sounds like somebody's just letting the sync run in the background. But Sega 32X games in general really don't do really well when it comes to audio, and I don't know why that is. I think the Sega Genesis does a better job with music, to be honest. This game also does a very good job of creating depth. I mean, when you zoom into this zone that you're supposed to go in and destroy all of these ships, you do get this sense of grandeur. You can see just about every single ship in the background, which is really impressive. It's very smooth, which is another thing that, you know, if you've played Star Wars Arcade on the Sega 32X, it's a little choppy. It's also not as choppy as like a Metalhead, which was a 3D mech. Now that one had more textured polygons, but this one doesn't have a ton of texture, and that makes it, you know, smooth and really fun to play. Controls are actually very, very good, especially if you're going to compare it to something like a Star Wars Arcade, which is really its closest relative. And this one also has a 2-player mode, so you have somebody who can drive and somebody who can shoot. I haven't done that yet. I am really looking forward to using that feature. So if any of you have any ideas in how to convince your significant other to play a video game with you, I'm all ears, man. So you're controlling one of 2 starfighters. You get a choice. You can pick Feather 1 or you can pick Feather 2. That's the name of the 2 ships. It's also an open world, so you can fly in any direction. It's not a rail shooter at all. You can fly anywhere you want on the map. It does have a target locking system, and they are different depending on which ship you use. I'm using Feather 1 here, which is the more agile of the 2, and it also has a really cool energy feature in this game as well. As you can see here, there's an energy bar for your lasers, and there's also one for your shields. Feather 2 only has 1 energy bar that controls both of them. And you can run out, and if you run out, you're pretty much in trouble. So there is a little bit of strategy in this. You gotta make sure you're not using all of your energy before you clear the entire map. So that being said, there are 2 main enemies. You'll see fighters, and then there's also the carrier ships, and they are massive, and they're nasty. Now, if you're good at this game, and I think you'll catch on pretty quick, you can probably finish it within an hour or 2. Because there are 6 levels, I believe, in this, and I've gotten through 5 of them. And that's just on my first sitting. So there you have it. That is Shadow Squadron for Sega 32X. It's actually very, very underrated in my opinion. As far as Sega 32X games, this is one of the better ones. It's the one that I've enjoyed it's probably in my top 5 as far as playing it and enjoying it and replayability. I have the entire collection, and trust me, this is one of the good ones. So with that being said, I give it a thumbs up. This is a good game for the 32X if you're collecting. Get it. And that's it for today's episode. I'm Scott Galaxy for the Layman Video Gamer, and we'll see you next time. I gotta go play some more Shadow Squadron.